So hello everyone, we started with lecture. In previous lecture, we completed up to aphorism number 244. In this, after one-sided diseases, 210 to 230, it is related to mental diseases. After this, 231 to 244, it is related to the intermittent diseases. And now the next part is 245 to 258. It is related to the homeopathic posology. And then 259 to 263, it is related to diet and regimen. The next part we covered. The remaining only the last part of the aphorisms, that is aphorism number 248 to 258. These are the last aphorisms remaining from the organon part. Then we will start with the philosophy. Now this is last topic from organon aphorisms. So these aphorisms, that is aphorism number 245 to 258, these are related to the homeopathic posology. And in this there are mainly two contents. First is that is mode of using the remedies, and second one that is science of commencing improvement, means science of improvement. So in this part mainly it is related to the what is the homeopathic posology, and along with the it also contains the that is second prescription, means what is how the remedy is selected. Then next part is after selection of first remedy, the second part comes, that is second prescription. And this how the repetition done, in this how the antidote uses, what done in acute cases, what done in the chronic cases. So these are the different, that is mode of using the remedies. And next part comes, that is the science of improvement. In this it contains the repetition of medicine of the same potency, or how the science of improvement gives, and on the basis of science of improvement how we choose the remedy. So these are the different factors we are going to discuss in these aphorisms, aphorism number 245 to 258. So prior starting the aphorism number 245, first we will revise these aphorisms. That is summary of these aphorisms. And in this summary we will see that in 245 it is related to the diet regimen and mode of employing medicine, that is what should be the diet regimen and how to employ the medicine in this condition. This is given in aphorism number 245. Then aphorism number 246, it is related to mode of employing medicines remedies in chronic diseases, that is how we select the medicines for the chronic diseases. This is given in aphorism number 246. Then aphorism number 247, it is related to the repetition of the dose, means first we select the medicine, and after that how we repeat the dose of that medicine, what are the conditions, in that cases we have to use the repetition of the same dose. So this is related in aphorism number 247, that is repetition of the dose. Then aphorism number 248, it is related to the how to increase the power of medicine, means first we give the medicine, and in the next prescription or in the second prescription how to increase the power of that medicine. This is explaining in aphorism number 248. Then aphorism number 249, it is related to the antidote, means in what condition we have to antidote that medicine, or when we have to use the antidote for the previous medicine. This is given in aphorism number 249. Then aphorism number 250, it is related to the acute disease and wrong selection, means in acute diseases how we select the wrong selection of medicine, or what are the conditions in which we select the medicine. This is given in aphorism number 250. Then aphorism number 251, it is related to the repetition of medicine in the same potency, means we have to repeat the same medicine with the same potency. This is given in aphorism number 251. Then aphorism number 252, it is related to the removal of obstacle in the way of cure. That is how to remove the obstacles in the way of cure. And after removing the obstacles, there may be cure of the patient. This is explaining in aphorism number 252. Then aphorism number 253, it is related to signs of aggravation and amelioration. So what are the signs that gives the aggravation and amelioration? This is explaining in aphorism number 253. Then aphorism number 254, it is related to how to identify whether it is aggravation or amelioration. Means the condition in which how to identify whether it is aggravation or amelioration. This is explaining in aphorism number 254. Then aphorism number 254, it also contains, that is follow up recording of the patient, or how we do the follow up conditions, that is re-recording of the case, that is given in, also explaining in aphorism number 254. Then aphorism number 255, it is related to the wrong signs of similimum. Then aphorism number 256, it is related to the disadvantages of favorite medicine. And next, that is never be prejudiced to any remedy. So this is given in aphorism number 258, that is never be prejudiced to any remedy. So these are the different aphorisms that are related to different themes of aphorisms, that is it contains the summary of that aphorism. So after this we are going to start with the aphorism number 255, that is up to 254 it is related to intermittent diseases, and after this 254 to 258 it is related to the homeopathic posology. In this mainly two parts, first that is mode of using the remedies, and second one that is signs of improvement. So in this we started with aphorism aphorism number 258. Sorry, 250 45, aphorism number 245. First I will read the aphorism. Having thus seen what attention should in the homeopathic treatment be paid to the chief varieties of diseases and to the peculiar circumstances connected with them, we now pass on to what we have to say respecting the remedies and the mode of employing them, together with the regimen to be observed during their use. So what is given in this aphorism 245, it is having thus seen what attention should in the homeopathic treatment be paid to the chief varieties of diseases and to the peculiar circumstances connected with them, we now pass on to what we have to say respecting the remedies and the mode of employing them, together with the regimen to be observed during their use. So in this they explaining about, that is diet and regimen and the mode of using the remedies. In this, that is after getting the knowledge of disease, after knowing the individualization of disease, after knowing the knowledge of medicine, then individualization of medicine, then application of medicinal knowledge to the disease knowledge, a homeopathic physician should be well acquainted with diet regimen and mode of using the remedies, means how to use that remedies for the patient. First the physician must know the knowledge of disease, secondly he must know the knowledge of medicine which he going to use for the disease condition, and third part is that he know that how to apply that knowledge of medicine to the knowledge of disease. So after knowing this knowledge, the physician must have the knowledge of diet and regimen and the mode of using the remedies, means after knowing the knowledge of disease, after knowing the knowledge of medicine, and after knowing how to apply the medicinal knowledge to the disease knowledge. In that case, the physician also know, that is the diet and regimen. What should be, he select or suggest the diet and regimen to the patient in different disease condition according to the disease of the patient. Then and then only he can treat the patient very well. And along with this, he also know the mode of using the remedies. Means only selection of remedy is not important. After selection of remedy, how to use that remedies, means at what condition he has to repeat that medicine, in what condition he has to change the potency of that medicine, in what condition he has to change the remedy, in what condition he has to antidote the remedy. So these conditions must be known to the physician, that is after selection of the remedy. So this is explaining in aphorism number 245, that is regarding he must know the knowledge about the diet and regimen that he has to suggest for the patient in different disease condition, and also he has to know about the mode of using the remedies, means in what condition he, or how to use that medicine, means when to increase the dose, when to decrease the dose, when to increase the potency, when to decrease the potency, or in what condition he has to repeat, in what condition he has to antidote, and how to antidote. These knowledge must be known to the physician regarding the selection of remedy. So this is explaining in aphorism number 245. All of you listening, understanding what is going on? We started with aphorism number 245 to 258. This is related to the homeopathic posology. Means up till now we know the disease of, sorry, knowledge of disease, we know the knowledge of medicine, and we know how to apply that knowledge of medicine to the knowledge of disease. But after that, the next part comes, that is what are the signs of improvement, how we know that the patient is improving or patient is going to a bad condition. This part comes under these aphorisms, and along with this, they also explaining the second prescription in these aphorisms, that is in what condition the patient, the physician antidote the condition, in what condition he has to change the remedy, in what condition he has to increase the potency, in what condition he has to repeat the same medicine. These condition must be known to the physician, and this knowledge is explaining in these aphorisms, that is aphorism number 245 to 258. So in this, first we covered the aphorism number 245. In this, Dr. Hahnemann explained that after knowing the knowledge of disease, after knowing the knowledge of medicine, and after knowing how to apply the knowledge of medicines to the knowledge of disease, the physician must know the knowledge of diet and regimen he has to suggest for the physician, for the patient, sorry, for the patient in different disease condition. And in that case, he also know that the mode of using remedies, means how to use the selected remedy, what should be done to that selected remedy. He has to increase potency, he has to increase the doses, or he has to repeat the same potency, or he has to change the remedy. He must know. So this is regarding the knowledge of diet and regimen and mode of using the remedy in different disease condition, and this knowledge must be known to the physician while he is practicing homeopathy. So this is explaining in aphorism number 245. Then next aphorism, aphorism number 246. So what is given in aphorism number 246? It is related to the mode of employing remedies in chronic diseases. Means in chronic diseases, what should be the mode of employing the remedies? And in this, what is Dr. Hahnemann explaining? First, I will read the aphorism 246. Every perceptibly progressive and strikingly increasing amelioration during treatment is a condition which, as long as it lasts, completely precludes every repetition of the administration of any medicine whatsoever, because all the good the medicine taken continues to effect is now hastening towards its completion. This is not infrequently the case in acute diseases, but in chronic diseases, on the other hand, a single dose of an appropriately selected homeopathic remedy will at times complete even with but slowly progressive improvement and give the help which such a remedy in such a case can accomplish naturally within 40, 50, 60, 100 days. This is, however, but rarely the case, and besides, it must be a matter of great importance to the physician as well as to the patient that where it possible this period should be diminished to one half, one quarter, and even still less so that a much more rapid cure might be obtained, and this may be very happily effected as recent and often repeated observation have taught me under the following conditions. Firstly, if the medicine selected with the utmost care was perfectly homeopathic. Secondly, if it is highly potentized, dissolved in water and given in proper small dose that experience has taught as the most suitable in definite intervals for the quickest accomplishment of the cure, but with the precaution that the degree of every dose deviates somewhat from the preceding and following in order that the vital principle which is to be altered to a similar medicinal disease be not aroused to untoward reaction and revolt as is always the case with unmodified and especially rapidly repeated doses. So this is aphorism number 246, and what is explaining in these aphorisms that is related to the mode of employing the remedies in chronic cases. So what is given in these aphorisms, that is an acute disease, as in acute disease intensity of signs and symptoms is much high, and due to fast metabolic process there is need of frequent repetition. But on the contrary, in chronic diseases, as deep acting, long acting miasmatic medicines get indicated, there is no need of frequent repetition. Repeat the dose if indicated after the exhaustion of the action of the previous medicine. So, what is explaining in these aphorisms? That is aphorism number 243. In that case, how to employ the medicine or remedies in chronic diseases. We know that in acute diseases, the frequency of signs and symptoms is more. So in that case, we will repeat the medicine frequently in acute diseases. But in chronic diseases, we are using the deep acting medicine, which are deep acting, long acting medicine, and which are miasmatic medicine. So these medicine we cannot repeat it frequently. So these medicines given as a single dose up till the duration of action of that medicine, and after completing the duration of action of that medicine we will repeat the same medicine, or we will increase the potency of that medicine. So this is the condition which we prefer in the chronic diseases. So in this also, Dr. Hahnemann explained as that is every perceptibly progressive and strikingly increasing amelioration during treatment is a condition which, as long as it lasts, completely precludes every repetition of administration of any medicine whatsoever, because all the good the medicine taken continues to effect is now hastening towards its completion. Means up when we prescribe any medicines to the patient and patient is feeling better, up till now we cannot repeat that medicine, or we do not repeat any medicine in that condition if the patient is feeling well. And if patient is not feeling well, or when the condition becomes standstill, In that case, we have to repeat the medicine. Up till now, we do not repeat the medicine. First condition we will study, that is, in acute cases, the frequency of signs and symptoms is more, so we will repeat the medicine frequently in acute condition. But in chronic condition, the signs and symptoms are not so frequent, or not frequency is not that much high. So in that cases, we using the long acting or a deep acting medicine and anti-miasmatic medicine. So this medicine, we do not use the frequent repetition of that medicine in chronic cases. Then the second condition may be, if the patient is feeling well. Up till now, we do not repeat that medicine. We continue that action of the first medicine. And if the action of the first medicine is disappear, after this we have to repeat the medicine. So this is second condition. In this is not infrequently the case in acute diseases, but is more chronic diseases. On the other hand, a single dose of an appropriately selected homeopathic remedy will at times complete even with but slowly progressive improvement and give the help which such a remedy in such a case can accomplish naturally within 40, 50, 60 or 100 days. So in chronic cases, that remedy we are selected, that may be a deep acting remedy, long acting remedy, and this medicine having a duration of action of about 40 days, 50 days, 60 days or 100 days. So for during that period, we give only Saclac or placebo to the patient, and we prescribe only a single dose to the patient in chronic condition. This is, however, but rarely the case, and besides, it must be a matter of great importance to the physician as well as to the patient that where it is possible, this period should be diminished to one half, one quarter, and even less still, such so that a much more rapid cure might be obtained, and this may be very happily effected, as recent and often repeated observation have taught me under the following condition. Means these must be, we have to decrease the repetition of period, means we have to repeat the medicine frequently in acute condition. It may be one half, diminished to one half hour, one quarter hour, or even less than that, means every after 10 minutes, after 15 minutes. And in this, and this may be very happily effected, as recent and often repeated observation have taught me under the following condition. In this two condition explained by Dr. Hahnemann, in this first condition is that if the medicine selected with the utmost care was perfectly the homeopathic, and secondly, if it is highly potentized, dissolved in water and given in proper small dose, that experience has taught as the most suitable in definite intervals for the quickest accomplishment of the cure, but with the precaution that the degree of every dose deviates somewhat from the preceding and following, in order that the vital principle which is to be altered to a similar medicinal is disease be not aroused to untoward reaction and revolt, as is always the case with unmodified and especially rapidly repeated doses. So in that case, he also explained that is the duration of action of that medicine which he used for the chronic diseases, it must be 40 days, 50 days, 60 days or 100 days. It is regarding the giving the repetition or the potency, it is related, given in fifth edition of Organon. Up to fifth edition of Organon, this is the view of Dr. Hahnemann, that he hardly repeat any medicine or increase the potency of that medicine. He think that the single dose of medicine is sufficient to cause the cure of that disease condition. But in sixth edition of Organon, he change his view something regarding the hypotenuse, that is he using the hypotenuse in sixth edition, and during using of this hypotenuse he also repeated that hypotenuse frequently, but in that condition he put two conditions before this, that is the selected medicine must be perfectly a homeopathic medicine, means the medicine which we select for the patient, it is the most simillimum medicine for the disease condition. When we have to repeat the medicine frequently, in that case the first condition he explained that here the medicine which he select, it must be a homeopathic medicine or the correct simillimum medicine, and second condition he explained that the medicine which is using it is highly potentized medicine, it must be dissolved in water and given in a proper small dose that experience has taught as the most suitable in definite intervals for the quickest accomplishment of the cure, but during that he has suggest some precautions that the degree of every dose deviates somewhat from the preceding and the following in order that the vital principle which is to be altered to a similar medicinal disease be not aroused to a untoward reaction and reold as is always the case with unmodified and especially rapidly repeated doses. So in that case when he is using the frequent repetition, the precaution he has to take that the he do not disturb the vital force or he cannot overreact that vital force. The repetition may be in that way the vital principle, that is in order that the vital principle which is to be altered to a similar medicinal disease be not aroused to untoward reaction, that is there must not be an unwanted reaction or a aggravation and revolt as in always the case with unmodified and especially rapidly repeated doses. So these are the different experiences that Dr. Hahnemann given in aphorism number 246, that is using of or employing the remedies in chronic conditions. So in that you have to remember that while using the medicine or remedies in chronic diseases, that is as you know that in acute diseases the intensity of signs and symptom is much high, and due to the fast metabolic process there is need of frequent repetition in acute condition. On the contrary, in chronic diseases as in deep acting long acting miasmatic medicines get indicated, there is no need of frequent repetition. Repeat the dose if indicated after the exhaustion of action of the previous medicine, that is after the completion of duration of action of that medicine you have to repeat the next dose of that medicine. So this is explaining in aphorism number 246. In these aphorisms they explain the both view, that is in the fifth edition of Organon and in the sixth edition of Organon, and the second view that he explained about, that is frequent repetition in chronic condition also. This is regarding the highly potentized medicine and in small doses. So it is regarding the 50 millisiemens scale in which we give the medicine in small doses, means we increase the potency but we decrease the quantity of that medicine, means we only give the minimal quantity of the medicine in that cases, but we frequently give the medicine, means we give the medicine OD, we give the medicine BD or TDS, or it is daily using of that medicine, that is 50 millisiemens scale. So this is explaining in sixth edition of Organon regarding the repetition of the medicine, and this is for the 50 millisiemens or the LM potency. So this is the view of Dr. Hahnemann regarding the using of remedies in chronic diseases in aphorism number 246 in 5th edition and in the 6th edition of Organon of Medicine. All of you understand this aphorism 246? Yes, all of you understanding? कॅन आय ऑडिबल? लक्षात येत आहे ना काय चाललंय? तर आपण आता पोसॉलॉजी संदर्भात बघतोय, तर त्याच्यामध्ये त्यांनी 245 मध्ये फक्त एवढं सांगितलंय की फिजिशियनला काय पाहिजे, नॉलेज ऑफ डिसीज तर आहे, नॉलेज ऑफ मेडिसिन आहे, आणि नॉलेज ऑफ हाऊ टू अप्लाय दॅट नॉलेज ऑफ मेडिसिन टू द नॉलेज ऑफ डिसीज हे पण माहीत आहे आतापर्यंत. पण आता फिजिशियनला काय माहीत पाहिजे त्याच्यासोबतच, की त्याला काय सजेस्ट करायचंय, डाएट अँड रेजिमेंट काय सजेस्ट करायचं, आणि त्याच्यासोबतच जे काही मेडिसिन यूज करतो आपण त्याचा मोड ऑफ युजिंग ऑफ मेडिसिन काय पाहिजे ह्याचं पण नॉलेज पाहिजे कोणाला, फिजिशियनला. तरच तो काय करू शकतो, होमिओपॅथी प्रॅक्टिस करू शकतो. आणि 246 मध्ये त्यांनी एक्सप्लेन केलंय की क्रोनिक डिसीजेस मध्ये आपल्याला रेमेडीज कसे सिलेक्ट करायचे, किंवा मोड ऑफ सिलेक्शन ऑफ रेमेडीज इन क्रॉनिक डिसीजेस. मग त्याच्यामध्ये त्यांनी एक तर ॲक्यूट डिसीज बद्दल सांगितलं. ॲक्यूट डिसीज मध्ये काय, तुमची इंटेन्सिटी सिम्पटम्सची आणि सायन्सची काय जास्त आहे, त्याच्यासाठी आपण काय करतो, फ्रिक्वेंट रिपिटेशन करतो. कशामध्ये, ॲक्यूट कंडिशनमध्ये. मग क्रोनिक कंडिशनमध्ये काय करायला पाहिजे, क्रोनिक कंडिशन ही काय, इट इज अ लॉंग ड्युरेशन कंडिशन and in that we are using the deep acting long acting medicines, and when we using this long acting medicine, their duration of action maybe, it may be 40 days, it may be 50, 60, up to 100 days. That is duration of action of that medicine, and we have to use that medicine in a single dose, and we have to not repeat that medicine up till the completion of duration of that medicine. So this is view regarding the repetition of potency or employing remedies in chronic diseases according to 5th edition of Organon. But in 6th edition, after the discovery of LM potency, he uses the frequent repetition of that LM potency in 6th edition of Organon of Medicines. That is, LM potency may be given twice a day, thrice a day, or once a day, daily for long period. So this is regarding the LM potency explaining in 6th edition of Organon of Medicine. So this is the main theme of aphorism 246. All of you understand? खूप महत्वाचा aphorism आहे, प्रॅक्टिस करताना खूप महत्वाचा आहे. क्रोनिक कंडिशन मध्ये आपण रिपिटेशन्स करत नाही, जेव्हा आपण 30, 200, 1M पोटेन्सी यूज करतो त्या कंडिशन मध्ये. पण परत 6th एडिशन मध्ये त्यांनी जेव्हा LM पोटेन्सी बद्दल सांगितलं, तेव्हा त्यांनी सांगितलं की तुम्ही फ्रिक्वेंट रिपिटेशन करू शकता. मग त्याच्यासाठी त्यांनी कंडिशन सांगितल्या की जे काही तुम्ही होमिओपॅथिक मेडिसिन सिलेक्ट करता ते एक्झॅक्ट सिमिलिमम पाहिजे, ते परफेक्टली होमिओपॅथिक मेडिसिन पाहिजे. त्याच्यासोबतच जे काही मेडिसिन सिलेक्ट केलंय ते, जे काही पोटेन्सी सिलेक्ट करणार आहे ती कशी पाहिजे, एकदम हाय पोटेन्सी पाहिजे, ज्याच्यामध्ये की मेडिसिनल क्वांटिटी कमी झालेली असेल आणि तुमची मेडिसिनल पॉवर इन्क्रीज झालेली असेल. त्याच्यामुळे जे काही पोटेन्सी आपण यूज करतो ती फ्रिक्वेंट रिपिटेशन मध्ये तुम्ही करू शकता, जर ती रिलेटेड टू LM पोटेन्सी असेल. हे त्यांनी 6th एडिशन मध्ये परत एक्सप्लेन केलंय. मग 5th एडिशन नुसार मोस्टली जे काही फिजिशियन्स आहेत ते जे LM पोटेन्सी यूज करत नाहीत, तर ते प्रॅक्टिस कशानुसार करतात, 5th एडिशन ऑफ ऑर्गॅनॉन नुसार. ज्याच्यामध्ये आपण कॉलेजमध्ये जे बघतो आपण की जे काही हे ॲक्यूट कंडिशन आहेत त्या कंडिशन मध्ये आपण काय करतो, पेशंटला फ्रिक्वेंट रिपिटेशन देतो, की सेम डोस आपण काय म्हणतो, BD घ्या, TDS घ्या, QID घ्या, आज घ्या, उद्या घ्या, परवा घ्या, असं रिपिटेशन करतो ॲक्यूट कंडिशन मध्ये. पण क्रोनिक कंडिशन मध्ये आपण काय करतो, सिंगल डोस प्रिस्क्राईब करतो पेशंटला, आणि जोपर्यंत त्याच्यामध्ये सायन्स ऑफ इम्प्रूव्हमेंट दिसत आहेत किंवा त्याचं ड्युरेशन ऑफ ॲक्शन आहे तोपर्यंत आपण ते मेडिसिन रिपीट करत नाही. तर हे कशाबद्दल आहे, युजिंग ऑफ रेमेडीज इन क्रोनिक डिसीज कंडिशन. सो ऑल ऑफ यू अंडरस्टँड. परत जर्नल्स मध्ये लिहिताना चुका करायच्या नाहीये. जर्नल्स मध्ये लिहिताना तुम्ही 15-15 दिवस मेडिसिन देता क्रोनिक कंडिशन मध्ये पण, मग ती चूक न करण्यासाठी हा अफोरिझम कळायला पाहिजे 246. कळतंय का? हा हा बोल ना. बोल ना. हा. Yes, Pratna, what are you asking?
मॅम तुम्ही बोलता क्रोनिक कंडिशनमध्ये स्टार्ट डोज पण आणि कधी कधी 15 डेजचा पण देतो. तर मग ते कसं काय समजायचं आपण?
तुझा आवाज मला थोडं हे होतंय का काय?
क्रोनिक कंडिशनमध्ये तुम्ही स्टार्ट द्यायचा आहे.
आयडियल
एक वीक
प्रॅक्टिस
मध्ये
मध्ये
आपण रिपीटेड डोस देऊ शकतो.
म्हणजे कधी कधी तू म्हणते 3 डोस जे देतो आपण ते कशावरून ठरवतो? तर त्याच्यामध्ये काय जे आयडियली हानिमनने काय सांगितलंय, डॉक्टर हानिमनने काय सांगितलंय की जेव्हा आपण मेडिसिन सिलेक्ट करतो तेव्हा प्रॉपरली आपण होमिओपॅथिक म्हणजे मिनिमम जर सिलेक्ट केलंय तर त्याच्यामध्ये सिंगल डोसच सफिशियंट आहे ॲक्शन करण्यासाठी. पण जेव्हा आता एक्सपिरियन्सने माणूस शिकतं तर त्या कंडिशनमध्ये नवीन फिजिशियनला काय येतं, वेगवेगळे अनुभव येतात की त्या कंडिशनमध्ये त्यांना काय होतं की नाही बाबा सिंगल डोस ॲक्ट करत नाही आहे, कारण की त्यांनी जेव्हा लिहून ठेवलं आहे त्या कंडिशनमध्ये त्या लोकांची कंडिशन, त्यांचं एक्सटर्नल ॲटमॉस्फिअर, त्या कंडिशनमध्ये सिंगल डोस सफिशियंट होत होता. पण आत्ताच्या याच्यामध्ये आपलं काय पूर्ण ॲटमॉस्फिअर बदललं आहे, आपले सगळे हॅबिट्स बदलले, तर त्या कंडिशनमध्ये आता फिजिशियनला काय होतं की सिंगल डोस काम करत नाही आहे. तर त्या कंडिशनमध्ये ते काय करतात की त्याचे 2 ते 3 डोस देतात एकाच मेडिसिनचे. तर ते आपापल्या एक्सपिरियन्सनुसार शिकत जातात ते, आणि ज्याला ज्याच्यातून रिझल्ट मिळतो तसं ते प्रॅक्टिस करत राहतात. पण आयडियली हानिमनने जे सांगितले त्यामध्ये त्यांनी सांगितले येस, कॅन यू लिसन? तर आयडियली जे डॉक्टर हानिमनने एक्सप्लेन केलं तर त्याच्यामध्ये त्यांनी सिंगल डोस यूज करण्यासाठी सजेस्ट केलेलं आहे. इज दॅट क्लिअर?
येस मॅम. आणि LM पोटेन्सीचा डोस कधी देतात मॅम?
LM पोटेन्सीचं मेथडच वेगळी आहे. त्याच्यामध्ये त्यांनी 6th एडिशनमध्ये LM पोटेन्सी सांगितलेली आहे. 5th एडिशनपर्यंत त्याची डिस्कवरी झालेली नव्हती LM पोटेन्सीची. 6th एडिशनमध्ये मग डिस्कवरी झालेली आहे. तर त्या कंडिशनमध्ये LM पोटेन्सी जर तुम्ही यूज करत असाल, पूर्ण वेगळाच वे येतो. तुम्ही पोटेन्सी कुठली सिलेक्ट करता त्याच्यावरती. मग LM पोटेन्सीमध्ये काय की डिसीज कंडिशननुसार आणि वेगवेगळ्या सिच्युएशननुसार पेशंटनुसार ते LM पोटेन्सी यूज करतात. तर ते LM पोटेन्सीमध्ये कोणी फिजिशियन्स काय सांगतात की तुम्ही दररोज सकाळी OD पण घेऊ शकता ते मेडिसिन, पण त्याच्यामध्ये ते दररोज त्याला सकेशन्स द्यावे लागतात. म्हणजे आज समजा मी LM पोटेन्सीचा एक डोस घेतला आहे, तर उद्या जर घेताना मी काय करते, मग त्याला 5 सकेशन्स देईल किंवा 10 सकेशन्स देईल. मग परवा घेताना परत 10 सकेशन्स देईल. म्हणजे असं दररोज इन्क्रीज करत घेते त्याचं रिपिटेशन. मग त्याचे डिफरंट वे आहेत त्याचे यूज करण्याचे. मग ते प्रत्येक फिजिशियन आपापल्यानुसार यूज करतात ते त्यांच्या एक्सपिरियन्सनुसार. आणि हे सगळं जे मेथड्स आहेत, आत्ताचे जे ॲफोरिझम्स आहेत, ते थेरॉटिकल सांगितलेलं आणि जेव्हा तुम्ही प्रॅक्टिकली प्रॅक्टिस करता तेव्हा एक्सपिरियन्सने शिकणं याच्यामध्ये बरंच अंतर पडतं. कारण की पेशंट कसा येतो, तो कुठल्या कंडिशनमध्ये आहे, त्याला आपल्याला कसं प्रिस्क्राईब करायचं आहे, हे प्रत्येकजण स्वतःच्या एक्सपिरियन्समधून शिकत असतो. मग जेव्हा प्रॅक्टिस करतो माणूस तेव्हा आपापल्या एक्सपिरियन्समधून आणखी पारंगत होत जातो. पण आपल्याला बेसिक माहीत पाहिजे की डॉक्टर हानिमनने काय सांगितलं आहे. तर आता आपण काय शिकतो, डॉक्टर हानिमनने काय सांगितलं, आणि मग आपापल्या एक्सपिरियन्समधून परत जे काय नवीन नवीन तुम्हाला वाटतं की ह्या फिजिशियनने एवढे डोस दिले, ह्या फिजिशियनने एवढे मेडिसिन दिले, तर मग ते आपापला क्रायटेरिया फॉलो करत जातं. कळालं?
हां मॅम.
विजयला काय विचारायचं आहे का? हा बोल, तुझा आवाज. हां
मॅम, ते कितीपर्यंत आपण रिपीट करू शकतो डोस क्रॉनिक मध्ये?
किती
एकदा मध्ये बरं झालं तर
रिपीट म्हणजे एक मेडिसिन कितीदा रिपीट करू शकतो?
हो.
जे आयडियल वे सांगितलं आहे ना, त्याच्यामध्ये आता तू जर एखादं मेडिसिन प्रिस्क्राईब केलं पेशंटला, तर त्याचा ड्युरेशन ऑफ ॲक्शन समजा 1 महिन्याचा आहे त्या मेडिसिनचा. तू मेडिसिन दिलं पेशंटला 1 महिन्यापर्यंत, जोपर्यंत त्याचं ड्युरेशन ऑफ ॲक्शन आहे, किंवा मग ड्युरेशन ऑफ ॲक्शन जर आपल्याला एक्झॅक्ट माहीत नाही आहे, तर त्या कंडिशनमध्ये आपण काय करतो की सायन्स ऑफ इम्प्रूव्हमेंट, म्हणजे जोपर्यंत पेशंटला फिलिंग बेटर आहे तोपर्यंत आपण ते मेडिसिन रिपीट करत नाही आहे. मग दुसऱ्यांदा काय करतो आपण, सेम मेडिसिन सेम पोटेन्सीमध्ये रिपीट करतो. मग ते केल्याच्या नंतर जरी पेशंटमध्ये मग तुम्हाला काहीच सायन्स ऑफ इम्प्रूव्हमेंट दिसले नाही, तर त्याच्यानंतर जे